Hello and welcome to Fortune Cookies, your ultimate destination for pop culture, celebrity, royal, and political tarot. In this video, we are going to do one of my favorite things at the end of the year, 12-month readings. I offer these to my private clients, and I also did, the last few years, I did a marathon, a tarathon, on New Year's Eve, but this year I have some plans on New Year's Eve. We're going to have a late supper with some family, so I am not going to be popping in and out of lives, but I'll have something special planned for you guys. So please remember that all of my readings are for entertainment purposes only. They're my own psychic downloads and my own information, and you should do all of your own research before making decisions. Remember, you can book this reading with me at the link in the description below. It's through my Calendly. You can also go to my website, FortuneCookiesTarot at FortuneCookiesTarot.com, and you can email me at FortuneCookiesTarot@gmail.com if you have any questions. I'm thick in the middle of a 12-week Tarot 101 course, but we are going to start a new one in the beginning of 2024. It's a prerequisite for my mini classes. It's also a prerequisite for my advanced class. So if you would like to learn tarot or possibly come on board with the Fortune Cookies team, we are looking for a few new cookies to work with us. So let's get into this. So today we're going to be looking at Volodymyr Zelenskyy. And I don't know if I will have this video noted, because sometimes the algorithms doesn't like us to talk about certain people. So what I want to do is a 12-month reading for him. I just want to see how his 2024 is going to go. So let's take a look. And I think we won't look at anything personal for him. We're just going to stay on his professional stuff, because professionally, he's pretty busy right now. So let's see. Volodymyr. January, February, March. We're looking at the beginning of the year here. First 3 months, first quarter of the year, we are going to see some struggles there. Obviously, there are struggles going on currently in Ukraine, but we are seeing a continuation of the struggles. However, I find when I'm reading the 5 cards specifically, the 5 of Swords is a bit more conflict and war, whereas the 5 of Wands is a bit more cooperative, working together, maybe problem solving, crafting some new ideas and coming up with new solutions. So perhaps we are looking at peace talks here. I do know that over the weekend, let me just pull up my article here. He did have a series of meetings in Buenos Aires, and they were talking about a peace formula. He met with the presidents of Paraguay, Uruguay, and Ecuador. So, and yeah, I presumably also president of Argentina as well. So peace formula, everybody's kind of power talking about this. So let's see if that's what we're looking at. Looks like we're talking about not having money again. This doesn't look good. So whatever is going on here, if it is continued strife, which feels more like a argument about how to move forward or how to create these peace talks. Part of it is we have no money, we have no money, we have no money. That is a sentiment that we've been hearing for some time. And here we have, this kind of riding the cart after a lot of drama and intensity in the country. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then down here, not getting anywhere, not getting those fresh starts that he really wants. February, we go into moving forward, messaging. This is, again, a wand card. So it's fiery, it's fast moving. Let's see what we're moving fast toward. Looks like fast toward not so great stuff. Yeah. Ooh, that really looks like the tide has turned there. Not being able to hold their ground when we're talking about a military disagreement. That Four of Pentacles would be losing territories, losing ground, being pushed back. And the Seven of Cups would represent some of the information that's being sent out and the mixed emotions regarding that circumstance. So I think we're going to see that the powers that be within Ukraine are going to be at odds with, when to say when, and what to do moving forward. I think really there's some internal issues that are going on there, quite frankly. And under the surface, we have that Ace of Pentacles. Again, we're looking at negatives on the finance part. We've got that King of Pentacles in negative. We've got the Four of Pentacles in negative and the Ace of Pentacles in negative. So let's look at, again, I want to stress that we're just looking at his professional life. So life as the El Presidente, even though they don't speak Spanish in Ukraine. I'm sure someone speaks Spanish in Ukraine, but so in March, we get into this retreat. Seven of Swords. We are now moving away. And I think we're getting close to the end of this particular military endeavor. I think we're really going to come up with some solutions, or perhaps are going to come up with some solutions. That World card is ending. The Six of Swords is absolutely retreat and getting to a safer place. The Empress in reverse is not really creating some new things moving forward. So I think we're going to go back to same old, same old. The Two of Wands there does suggest that we'll be rebuilding, but it'll be a lot of discussion. So let's see what the rest of the year is going to hold for him. This was our first quarter. And when I do these readings privately, I do incorporate love life, family life, social life, whatever you'd like. It doesn't just have to be professional life. My private 12-month readings take about an hour and a half because we go over a lot of stuff. So this will be April, May, June, getting into those wonderful summer months. April, May, June. So looks like things are going to get better. That Sun card, no matter what, when we get it in reverse, it's still a good card. Still one of the best cards in the deck. So for April, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Ace, 2, and 3 are all in the ethereal. We're all thinking, processing, planning, plotting when we get those numbers. Fours and beyond are when we get into a more physical, fleshed out kind of concept. So the Three of Pentacles being in reverse is typically being stuck on that point. So are we moving from 3 to 4 where we get into a more physical solution for the country? Because it's Pentacles, we're probably talking about infrastructure, monies, those kinds of things. Looks like we're going to be stuck there. How are we stuck? Two of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Again, all the pentacles are coming up in reverse. This seems to me that if they're going to rebuild the country, if they're going to be working on those sorts of things, we definitely have a dearth of finances, despite all the monies that have been sent over there. The universal leadership of the world with that Hierophant in reverse, that is really the universal leadership of the world. Those are all of the world players that are offering an opinion or solutions for the situation that's going on there. I think there are going to be a lot of people that are saying, we're pulling out of this. You need to rebuild on your own. I don't know if the resources are going to be offered for the rebuild. I think so much financing has gone into the country just for the military event that, and I'm trying to, I'm not, underestimating what is going on there. I'm trying to not mess with the algorithms too much on YouTube, but it looks like there's been too much money poured in there for the event, and there's not going to be very much available for the restoration of the country. So I think that is going to be a problem, and I think that is where we get this rock in a hard place, which is the Two of Swords there. So let's look at May, because May looks like things are getting better. Maybe they're not out in the open better, but it looks like they'll be improving. So how are things going to improve for Volodymyr? And May, it looks like we get some more action, and there's the Sun card. We get the 10 of Pentacles. So there's something, someone will be able to bolster up the country. I think perhaps it will be, when we get the Sun card in reverse, this is things that are going to be revealed, but they take a little bit longer to be revealed. And then we get the Sun card upright. So I'm wondering if they're going to suddenly find some money that they can spend on restoring the country and restoring the people to a good place. So that will be interesting. The Page of Swords is someone who comes up with a great idea. So I don't know if they're going to do a pie fundraiser like my son's band did, or like a super 50-50 or something. So, Tricky Tray, maybe they'll do a Ukraine Tricky Tray. I'm not making light, but it does look like they're going to come up with some kind of surprise. We found something. Remember, the pages are very much like aces. They pop out. They're instantaneous. They're exciting. We see them right away. It's kind of a burst of energy, much like the aces. But the Sun also is a burst of energy. So this is really a burst of energy for the legacy of this area. So this country. So April, May, June, we get into June, and the Chariot is in reverse. So we're like at a full stop. So what happens here? Let's clarify. What happens when the Chariot stops rolling forward and we get into this full stop? Oh my. So I think some information is going to be revealed by the time we get to June. I think we're going to find out some more about how things were handled, how the care of the country was handled specifically. That Hermit card is when he's upright, he is processing information that he has, data that he has. It's the quiet moment when your computer has the little hourglass that's turning over and over, saving something or processing something. So when he is in reverse, the processed information is maybe not so quiet, or maybe the processing is going to be revealed. We're going to see where that is. And the Empress tells us that maybe the country had not been cared for in the manner that was best for them. So we may have some revelations here. And the Justice card, where decisions will be made about that and judgments will be made about that. So you have to remember that Justice card is often a legal card. Sometimes we see bigger legal matters coming out of that. So that'll be his June. Let's get into the thick of summer. And if you remember, the Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. So hopefully they will be able to get some stuff planted, stop fighting for long enough to get some stuff planted, and maintain that reputation. We're going to be looking at July, August, September. July, August, September. I think we see some regrets here. So July, we're still not really being able to move forward. Every idea is being kicked down, kicked back, stopped. And we're going to see some shady stuff come out concerning the way money was handled around. And we're going to see some very, very negative opinions about that and negative emotions about it. I think people are going to be very upset. So August, we get into this reverse nostalgia card. The Six of Cups is the nostalgia card. This is sweet things that are happening, sweet, happy things. But when we get it in reverse, it can be not so sweet, happy things, or altruistic appearing gifts and endeavors that are not necessarily so. So we do get some information with this card that says that maybe somebody did something that was not real cool. So this can be gaslighting that's revealed. The Seven of Cups is also a gaslighting card where we will see some revelation. But the Six of Cups in reverse, I think we're going to see some things that are revealed that maybe were behaviors that were branded as good, and now in retrospect, they are not so. And we got that Six of Cups in reverse again, but we also got the Ten of Swords and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, the ideas of that King of Wands are dead, not able to proceed. This makes me a little bit uncomfortable that we're seeing these together. Just concerned about if this is a cease of ideas or possibly someone being ultimately punished for something that they did. So interesting. July, August, September. Let's go into September, back to school month. And here we are moving forward with plans with others. So the threes are when we are working together with others, and we still have these pentacles in reverse. The only pentacle that has been upright, I think, is that Queen of Pentacles. But with the Seven of Swords, it does show mismanagement of her pentacles. So we have some issues there. But the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is now we're seeing where the folly of this lovely lady has gone astray. I think we see more information and we find out where the avenues of the poor spending went. I think we're going to see that. This three, there's going to be more people involved, and I think some things will be sussed out by that Queen of Swords, who is very judicial in her processing and management of information. So interesting. Let's pick these up and get into the fall. October, November, December. So October, come together. We are going to get some help here. We're going to partner up with somebody. With whom are we going to partner? Getting a very strong impression that this is an Asian country that is going to partner with them. I think an Asian country is going to perhaps influence them. It does not look like we're going to get monies, but it does look like there is some discussion coming together, some tie-in with an Asian country. The Three of Swords, though, is very revealing, because the Three of Swords tells us that there's going to be an end and a cataclysmic closure to this. So I don't know if there was perhaps a deal with an Asian country that some monies would be paid back, or there would be some benefit for support. I think maybe that has that relationship maybe has run its course at this point. So if I were doing a reading for President Zelenskyy, I would tell him that this is a deal. The deal that was cut, he needs to go back and reorganize the payback terms, or reorganize the agreement that they had together. I think that that would be a good idea. You know, with your debt, with your creditors, it's always important to go back and explain, hey, I can't do A, but maybe I can do B and C over the next year or so. So I think it's really important for him to do that right now. October, November, we get into that Five of Swords. And I told you the Five of Swords is sometimes conflict, difficult, disjointed conflict. And so it looks like we are not, and there's the Five of Swords again. We've got it twice. So I'm wondering if we are going to have a little bit more conflict when we get to November of next year. Keep in mind, next year is the election for the U.S. president. So sometimes we see drama around that event. And it sometimes does cause shockwaves across the globe. So, or around the globe, not across the globe. We're no flat earthers here. So I think we are going to see possibly some more difficulty. I think the Hermit suggests that the conversations that are going to be had in October are going to result in circling the wagons with some bruised feelings. That Knight of Cups has some bruised feelings. He's not happy with the way things went, and he wants things to go his way. Little bratty attitude from that card. So we get into December, and we have that Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is either, you know, gaslighting card, dazzled by choices, overwhelmed by choices, not sure which way to go, not sure if we should pick good or evil choices. Let's clarify her here. And we've got the King of Cups. Now he's grown up. That Knight of Cups has grown up into our King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups is very emotional and trying to make rash decisions with that King of Wands upright. So the King of Wands can sometimes not see the far outcome of what he does. The King of Pentacles is much, much better at seeing far into the future. And we already have him in reverse. So he's not really looking at the future. He's looking at how he can plant his feet further, but maybe not looking too far. This King of Wands is responding emotionally and negatively emotionally with that King of Cups in reverse. And the King of Wands is probably making decisions in the moment, not for the long run. Down here, getting very creative, trying to wish upon a star and get some good stuff coming our way, or some good ideas coming our way, possibly connected with this Hermit, where we're considering all of the information that's been filtered to us. So all in all, I think Volodymyr is going to still have a challenging year. I don't think it's going to be an easy year. I think the conflict may start to wind down, but he may have some issues with rebuilding and financing for that. I think we maybe have a creditor that is going to have an issue with the repayment plan, and give him a hard time about that, and maybe cause some drama as a result. In the end, I think all of this is has really exhausted him and has got him being much more reactive than proactive. So I hate to say he's on his back foot over the next year, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit on his back foot for the next year. So certainly wish him luck. I hope for swift end of this conflict for the people of Ukraine and everyone else that is satellitely involved in this. So I do hope that you all enjoyed this reading. I know it's a hot topic, and I went out on a limb. I figured you guys deserve a little bit of political hot topic. So I'm going to keep doing the 12-month reading for celebrities. I hope you guys can catch some of them. Let me know what you think. And again, if you want your own private reading, there's a link down below and you can schedule with me. See y'all soon.